All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. Sorry I haven't been going deep in the conspiracy stuff lately. People have been wanting blue pill stuff, and honestly, I've just been kind of in a blue pill mood. And I've just been busy with work and stuff. So, let's see. So, something I just found out that no one has been talking about, which blows my mind because I listen to a lot of different content creators, and the type of work that I do is night shift stocking. Oh, by the way, just as far as like an update, not really much happened. I got up early. I did find a wallet in the bathroom. I I gave it to the front counter. It had 50 sticking out. Like, it was weird, man. Like, it was like sitting on one of those little chair things that you buckle in a baby if a single father has to go to the bathroom. If you're a dad and you've been in the men's room, you know what I'm talking about. It's for like single dads. Um, yeah. And I mean, I just returned it, but I mean, as far as that, I don't know. I mean, everything else was fine. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this interview with this coach guy that I was telling you all about. He's a real weird dude. Um, I don't know. He was just acting weird tonight towards me, and I'm like, what did I do? Like, I literally have done nothing to you. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Um, he wouldn't talk to me. Like, the whole thing was just odd. But, I went in, it was my night off, but getting some hours, making up for where my car was fucked up, and, all that jazz. But, where I work, third shift night stalker, I'm able to listen to podcasts. On break, I watch YouTube videos, and you guys know me. I'm a conspiracy theorist, obviously. Um, I tune into a lot of conspiracy shit. I haven't heard this on anyone's fucking radar. So, there's a little part of me, you guys know me. Um, I don't celebrate death on this channel, even if it's like the most reptilian person out there. I used to. You can go listen to my old shit. If you listen to like episode 1 through like I'm on episode 640 something, but like if you listen to like the old episodes like back in the hundreds and the 200s and the 300s, I don't know about the 300s, but like the first 200 episodes, man, dude, I was talking some mad crazy shit, you know? Saying like, I wish this motherfucker would die. I used to be a little more Alex Jones back then style, you know, just angry. Um, and then I did an episode of like, I passed down, or I think it was called I hand down my sword or pass down my sword. Um, Go check that episode out. If you're listening in Spotify, I'll try to link it. Um, but I got to where I started praying for the enemy. As weird as that sounds, because think about it. If these people are like archons, they feed off our negative energy. So if we put positive energy towards them, they would recoil. They would be like, it'd be like throwing water on the Wicked Witch of the West. They would melt. So I stopped hating. I've tried to eliminate that word from my vocabulary. I dislike this person very much. Um, but yeah, I try not to celebrate death, even if it's like a Rothschild, or if you've noticed, like, I think I actually have like a eulogies playlist. Go look through the eulogies playlist, man. Like, I don't really celebrate death like I used to, even if it's my enemy, my adversary. But I will celebrate someone getting fired if they deserve to get fired. Pam Bondi got fired. So, don't get too excited. Um, she's being replaced by some dude named Todd Blanche. I have no clue who this motherfucker is. If we have time, I'll get into him. Because I got some stuff pulled up on the firing of Pam Bondi, because I want to know the details of why she got fired and what's going on. But she's been doing horrible. We've wanted the files. The files were supposed to already be released, like, at the end of last year. We are January, February. We're in March. Or no, we're in April now. And they're still not all released. As far as I know, I don't think they're all released, you know? But I've heard some concerning things. Oh, by the way, what my whole spiel was about was, I haven't heard anyone talking about this shit. You know who broke the news to me? Penguin Zero. Shoutouts to Penguin Zero. He's not even a conspiracy channel, and he's like the only person I found covering this shit. And I'm like, Pam Bondi just got fired? That would have been nice to fucking know. Like, why is no one covering this? It's just weird. Because everyone's been shitting on... Hang on. Is that someone calling? Everyone's been shitting on Pam Bondi about this Epstein file shit. Just the shenanigans they've been playing. But when she gets fired, no one's talking about it. It's weird. So Pam Bondi fired as Attorney General. Let's see. Bondi's firing ends a turbulent 14-month term. Why don't we just say a year and 2 months? That's like, it drives me nuts, that shit. That's like when people say, oh, my baby is 26 months. It's like, what are you talking about? I never did that whole shit, like with Stella. I never did that shit. I always thought it was retarded. 14-month term atop the Justice Department. So, she got fired. Terminated. President Trump fired Attorney General Pam Bondi on Thursday, removing the nation's top law enforcement officer after privately venting his frustrations for months over her handling of the Epstein files and her failed efforts to prosecute his political enemies. So, as far as this is saying, he is frustrated of her handling of the Epstein files. Now, the Q-tards are going to go, yeah, he's mad that she won't release the list. It's like, no, he was the one who didn't want to release the list. And are we still talking about Epstein? Are we still talking about Epstein? If you're still QAnon at this point, and still MAGA at this point, like, I normally don't do this, but, like, you are literally, like, fucking retarded. And I don't want to hear TDS in my comments, because go check out my older shit. I used to be QAnon. I used to be MAGA. I wouldn't say I was MAGA, because I'm still a punk, man, and wearing the red hat and all that weird Republican shit was kind of gay, but I used to be a Q-tard, and I voted for Trump. So I don't even want to hear the TDS shit. And by the way, that whole TDS thing, it still blows my mind that there's, like, right-wing commentators who are still saying, like, TDS, ooh, they got TDS, we got them, and it's like, first of all, that was, like, 4 years ago. Second off, like, Trump is, like, doing horrible. Like, I don't understand how you cannot see that he's doing fucking horrible, you know? At least with his first term, he was doing some, like, good shit, but he was also doing some shady shit, like Operation Warp Speed, you know. He was kind of 50-50, you know, the lesser of two evils. At this point, he's just fucking a bull wreaking havoc in a china shop, man. And as far as I'm concerned, a freaking alleged pedo. But the Q people will say, oh, he's not a pedo, he's infiltrating the pedos. He works for the highest level of military security. Yeah. So when it says right here that he fired her over her handling of the Epstein files, all these Q-tards are going to see that and be like, yeah, that's why. No, it's because she is technically releasing them, and that probably pissed him off. This Blanche person who's supposed to replace her, who I know nothing about, From what I heard through the grapevine of, like I said, Penguin Zero, shout outs to him, apparently he doesn't even want the files released at all. So let's take this as a small win. I've said this 1,000 times on this channel. Let's just accept a small win. Let's celebrate that she got fired. But it's not looking good for who's replacing her. Kind of like what I said when I did a video years ago that Andrew Cuomo got fired. Celebrating it. But then when you looked who replaced him, it was like no better. It was actually probably, I wouldn't say worse, because what he did during COVID was unforgivable, but literally, allegedly murdering, like thousands of old people, with ventilators and shit. Literal murder. In a social media post, Mr. Trump said he was replacing Ms. Bondi with Todd Blanche, her deputy, on an interim basis. Quote unquote, this is Trump. "We love Pam, and she will be transitioning to a much needed and important new job in the private sector to be announced at a date in the near future." So, I don't know. Everyone's saying she got fired. It sounds like they're just moving her to a private sector. This is why I wanted to see the details. It sounds like she's just getting transferred. You know how, like, when a priest gets caught molesting a child in the Catholic Church, the Vatican just transfers them? Or when a cop, shoots a black kid who was unarmed and doing nothing wrong, instead of firing them, they give them paid time off, and then they just transfer them to a new department, a new town, So I don't know, maybe we shouldn't be celebrating. Even if it was, I thought it was going to be a small win, but it actually just sounds like a transfer. Ms. Bondi is the second cabinet member in recent weeks to lose her job after Mr. Trump ousted Kristi Noem. I can't remember. I try to keep up with all the pieces on the chessboard. I can't remember what Kristi Noem's spiel was, because I don't think I've ever really reported on her at all. Not that I recall. If you know anything about her, hit me up in the comments below. The Secretary of Homeland Security last month. The firing of Ms. Bondi, 60. She's 60 years old? I ain't gonna lie, dude. Look, man, she might be a piece of shit scumbag, but she's a fucking G-MILF. If I was single, I'd be fucking tapping that ass. She looks good for fucking 60, dog. Okay, sorry. The male monkey part of me came out. The firing of Ms. Bondi, 60 years old, ends a turbulent 14-month tenure as Attorney General in which she tried desperately to appease a boss who demanded unimpeded control of the Justice Department to pursue political motivated investigations against targets of his choosing, even when prosecutors warned that there was no evidence to do so. Okay, so I do have to say this. Trump was using the Epstein files. Like, first of all, he didn't want them released. We all know that. But when they got released, he started saying it was like, which I think a lot of this is just pro wrestling theater. But he's like, yeah, it's a Democrat hoax from Obama and what did he say, the Clintons. But then at the same time, he will say, the Clintons are good people. I like Obama. He's a good friend of mine. And you look at George Bush's senior's funeral, and they're all shaking hands and slapping each other's ass and, hey, yeah, giving each other breath mints, if that's what that was, But it's a big club, and you and I aren't in it. But you do have to say, I mean, I do see that, like, he was using it as, like, political leverage. Like, it became, like, and I even see it. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I see people, because, like I said, I listen to every side. I have coworkers and friends who I've talked to, like, in the past, um, talked politics with, and they're like, "You listen to Bill Maher? Ew. You listen to BuzzFeed? Ew." And I'm thinking in my head, and I just would look at him and I'd go, I listen to everyone. I listen to Christians. I listen to Satanists. I listen to Democrats. I listen to Republicans. I listen to everyone because I want to get the full spectrum, the full picture. This is why my channel doesn't blow up, because people want me to go either super hard right or super hard left. I don't want to get caught in an echo chamber. I am very happy being a classic liberal, which today would be called a moderate. I'm purple. I'm neither red nor blue. And I have my own moral code. I think both sides fucking suck. I think they're both gay as fuck, dude. I look at the left, they're lame. I look at the right, they're lame. At least the left has cooler style. I mean, they're kind of more punk rock. The right, man, they're all like wearing fucking like khakis and button-up shirts and wearing stupid red trucker hats and shit. Like, I don't know, kind of gay. I can kind of get down with at least the left-wing style, clothing-wise, but both sides fucking suck, dude. But yeah, it definitely was being used as a political tool to divide and conquer, order out of chaos, you know? That's the Masonic rule. In the process, Ms. Bondi surrendered much of the department's historic independence and oversaw the exodus of experienced career officials, leaving the department's public corruption and national security units, along with many local U.S. attorneys' offices, weakened and demoralized. It's already been demoralized. It has been a shit show with Bonjingo and fucking Cash Patel, Wiggly Eyes. It's been a shit show since all three of those. They are literally the three fucking stooges, man. Pam Bondi, Bonjingo, and Cash Patel, Weird Eye Chameleon. They're all literally the three stooges, you know? So it's been demoralized even before this firing of Ms. Bondi. Yet Mr. Trump remained annoyed by Ms. Bondi's inability to secure indictments of people he referred to as scum during a speech in the department's Great Hall about a year ago. Okay, Trump wanted all the dimmies out. I know that they're all pieces of shit. And before some QAnon or some Republican comes up in my comment section and says, well, it's more the Democrats than the Republicans. Have you ever heard of the Franklin scandal? We're going to do a whole episode one day, a whole deep dive on the Franklin scandal. Do you know what it was? It was pedophilia that was allegedly rampant within strictly and mostly like 95% Republican Party. It's both sides. Look into the Franklin scandal. This is why when I come across a Q-tard who's like, oh, these Democrats are all pedophiles. Do you know about the Franklin scandal? Because it was all pretty much Republicans back then. Now it just so happens to be the Democrats, but both sides is rampant with this disgusting shit. It's just the pendulum swang one way back then, and now it's swinging the other way. So I guess everyone who's Q-hard and Republican and right wing, they all forget about the Franklin scandal, and now they're just like, yeah, we're just it's a Pizzagate now, and which, by the way, I believe Pizzagate. I believe in Pizzagate. Go look at my older shit. I was one of the few people talking about it. While everyone was talking about aliens and shit, I was talking Pizzagate. I mean, I still had interest in aliens, but my main objective for this channel has always been to Protect the children, save the children. That's been my main mission. And my second mission would be to entertain and inform. The president's support of Ms. Bondi has steadily eroded since last summer, when her early stumbles in managing the release of the Epstein files created a political liability for Mr. Trump among a segment of his supporters. He has also complained about her shortcomings as a communicator and TV surrogate. She does suck at as far as public speaking. When she was getting interrogated, what was it, by Senate or Congress or whatever? Who cares? It's two wings of the same bird. When she was getting interrogated, when they subpoenaed her, I think we covered that. If so, I'll link it below. But the Dow is up. The Dow is up. That's all she. Anytime they would start bringing up, she couldn't even turn around and look at the actual victims who stood up, the Epstein victims. She literally could not even turn around and look at them in the eye. And she kept saying, "This is the best economy we've ever had." Bitch, are you living in the fucking Twilight Zone? I'm working 40 hours, sometimes overtime, unless life happens and I miss work. My wife is working, and she works overtime every now and then. Shit is rough out there, dog. Like, I don't know what the fucking matrix this chick lives in, but the Dow is up. This is the best economy we've ever had. Trump is the same fucking way. And I ain't gonna lie, dude. Like, I was telling Sammy, I said, as weird as it sounds, like, when it was Trump, I was struggling horribly. I'm talking Trump's first term. When it was Trump's first term, I was struggling horribly financially. When it was Biden's term, I was making bank. When it was Trump's term, again, now I'm struggling, not horribly, knock on wood, but I'm struggling again. My money is dwindling. Slowly trickling. And even Obama's term, during Obama's term, because he was the precursor to Trump. What? Yeah. Sorry, it seems like so long ago now, but during Obama's term, I was making fucking bank. So these fucking brainwashed Republicans, and by the way, like I said, both parties fucking suck, who keep saying this is the best economy we've ever had. I just look at them, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I'm literally having to skip meals over here, or I have to, what's for lunch break? A can of sardines. And this isn't me like trying to make you all feel bad for me, because you're out there on the front lines too with this shit. I'm literally like, okay, the other day, me and Sammy, we were feeding just us. We got two lamb chops, and a can of baked beans. And I can't remember. I probably told this story. I don't even need to tell it to you, man. It come out to like, we got like just two bags worth of stuff, and it wasn't even nothing crazy, dude. And it was like $50, man, or like $30 or $40. It was fucking crazy. Because I think I bought her like lunch for the week, but it wasn't even anything spectacular. It was like pre-made meatballs, so she could eat. I don't know what she's doing with meatballs. I think she's sucking on them, pretending they're mine, But yeah, dude, just fucking nuts, man. I hate to go on these tangents, but it is what it is. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, she sucks as a communicator and TV surrogate, so I agree with Trump on that one. Whoever replaces Ms. Bondi on a permanent basis will face the difficult task of testifying Mr. Trump's appetite for retribution. Ms. Bondi tried to fulfill Mr. Trump's demands, launching investigations and trying to indict some of his political opponents. Who the fuck has she tried to indict? Did you guys know, like, this is one thing I have to say. and this isn't me being a QAnon or giving you hopium. Um, I see a lot of people in comment sections that, once again, this is why my channel never blows up. People are like, oh my God, I can't keep up with this guy. 1 second he says this, the second says this. I can't, my left-right paradigm is broken. Yeah, because there is no left-right paradigm. Use both sides of the hemispheres of your brain, dude. Unify them. I keep seeing like a lot of right-wing QAnon people and Republicans. When's the arrest coming? There hasn't been any arrest. Actually, there's been quite a few arrests. You know where it's all happening? Everywhere else but America. The only thing we've gotten done here is like people have been fired. We covered like a professor, I think, a couple weeks ago that got fired from his job. That's about it. Besides that, no one has been arrested for this shit. We did cover a trio of brothers who were connected with Epstein, but the thing is, they were already arrested before the file release. Well, partial release. No one in America has been arrested for this shit. It's all been fucking overseas. Go look it up. Overseas, they're actually arresting people who are connected with this shit. Nowhere in America, though. And we're supposed to be like the last bastion of hope. Not looking good. If we're the last bastion of hope, it ain't looking good, dog. I don't know. And here I've been, like, over the years, especially during COVID, I was bashing on a lot of other countries. And I was telling people, I'm not bashing on you as a citizen, I'm bashing on your government. But, ooh, how the tables have turned. America, Babylon has fallen. What is it, Revelation 13? Whoever replaces Ms. Bondi on a basis will face a difficult task of, I think we covered that, purging cases. Oh yeah, so launching investigations on his political opponents, purging cases involving... At a high-profile hearing on Capitol Hill in February, where lawmakers grilled Ms. Bondi on the Epstein investigation, she refused to apologize to survivors of Mr. Epstein, which I just told you about. Offered few detailed answers and no admissions of faults. Mr. Trump said privately that he liked how she jousted with Democrats. See, it's either political theater or Trump is just literally a bull in the china shop, just retard. All he sees is red and blue. Crips versus Bloods. I'm a Blood. I like how you jousted with the Crips. I like how you popped them Crips today. It's fucking dumb gang shit. And you should see the retarded mindset in the retarded people I've seen the 3 times I went to jail. Of like, I don't like Latin Kings. I don't like Crips. I don't like Bloods. I don't like Peckerwoods. It's the same shit out here. People judge people in jail, but they act the same way, if not worse, than people in jail. You know? So fucking stupid. It's like, it's what's in the files is what should be important. Not Democrats, not Republicans, because they're both in there. Both sides are in the files, dude. But it was seen overall as a damaging performance. So she didn't do enough propagandizing and rallying up the Q-tards and red-wing Republicans, you know. Ms. Bondi spent much of the last day making her case to stay in the cabinet. She was begging, please don't fire me. According to people familiar with the situation, but her team could sense those chances slipping away when Mr. Trump issued only a lukewarm statement when the New York Times requested comments on reporting that she was about to be removed. So there you have it. Pam Bondi's fucking fired. We're going to do a whole episode, I'm sure, on this new guy who's replacing her. Maybe it'll be a part 2 to this. Todd Blanche. I know nothing about this fool, but I did hear a little bit from what Penguin Zero was saying. Shout outs to him. Go check him out. He's a chill dude. He's a cracker like me from Florida. He's cool as fuck. So I'm going to plug my shit real quick. If you like the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you donate, I can send you a bookmark and a sticker. The stickers are limited time. You'll get both if you donate in the Buy Me a Coffee. I sent off 2 bookmarks today, and then I gave 2 to a buddy of mine who lets me keep my business cards in his family business store. It's a liquor store that I frequent to get my beer. And they let me keep a stack of business cards there. And I was like, I gave him one of my stickers too, and he has a laptop, and he stuck it to the fucking back of the laptop. I'm like, dude, you're awesome. And he kept it there. Like, every time I've seen him, it's still there. I'm like, because I thought maybe he was just going to put it there and then peel it off later, you know? And then when I come in, just like put the laptop up real quick. No, he's like loud and proud promoting my shit. So, which I had another business, shout outs to them. They're keeping my business cards too. Paper and Leaf, man. Nicholasville, Kentucky. Go check them out. That's where I get my CBD. When you help out businesses by giving them free commercials, they help you out by keeping your business cards. This is boots on the ground action. But yeah, love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you think about this in the comments below.